Hey guys, it's Kelsey Cornelio here again with my third set of book critiques. My featured text is Interrupting Chicken, written and illustrated by David Ezra Stein. Ezra brings to life the famous knock knock joke into a fun fiction story about a chicken that is trying to be put to bed by her dad. Chicken will not go to bed until she hears a bedtime story, but Papa knows that Chicken always interrupts the stories. After Chicken interrupts 3 stories, Papa gets tired himself and has Chicken tell him a bedtime story of her own. I chose this book for my featured text because it would be very engaging for my future 3rd grade classroom because of the humor aspect and because I think this story is so fun to do and seeing the reactions of the student. For my first lesson, I would do an English language arts lesson correlating with the Common Core standard, distinguish their own point of view from that of the narrator or those of the characters. I would have my students focus on the bedtime story aspect, having my students retell a bedtime story they were told. The twist is that I would have them insert Chicken as an interruption, just like in the story. I want my students to focus on thinking like the author and portraying their own point of view as Chicken. My second lesson would be focused on science, correlating with the Ohio Department of Education standard, Life Sciences. Living things acquire resources from the living and non-living components of the environment, more specifically, life cycles of plants and animals. With this, I would engage my students in an interactive lesson on chickens, and the class would raise chicks themselves. They will learn about the evolution from egg to hatched chick, and I will introduce this lesson with a Biteable that I made myself. Biteable is a very easy to use video creation website that limits the use of words and focuses more on visuals. This is the video I made as an introduction. Other books in this set include Kitten's First Full Moon, written and illustrated by Kevin Hanks. This is about a little kitten that looks up into the sky and thinks the moon is a bowl of milk. Hanks takes you through Kitten's adventure of trying to drink the moon as milk. There is also Shadow, which is translated and illustrated by Marsha Brown. Brown portrays and tells an African legend of Shadow, which is a mysterious figure of both past and present that lurks everywhere. Next is A Snowy Day, written and illustrated by Jack Ezra Keats, which is about a little boy named Peter who likes to go out and play in the snow, and the story tells of what Peter did on his snow day. Blueberries for Sal is written and illustrated by Robert McCloskey and is about a little girl named Sal and the adventure that she has while her and her mother are picking blueberries. Then we have Harlem, written by Walter Dean Myers and illustrated by Christopher Myers, which dives into the culture, sounds, and activity that went on in Harlem. Mireille on the High Wire is written and illustrated by Emily Arnold McCulley about a girl who is trained by a famous high ropes walker to walk the high wire. With a lot of practice and perseverance, Mireille is able to achieve her dream of being a high wire walker. Lastly, there is Gone Wild, an endangered animal alphabet, which is written and illustrated by David McClemens. This book highlights some of the world's most beautiful and endangered creatures going from A to Z. These are the resources that I use for my standards. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my book critique. See you next time.